Okay, so far we've been mainly looking at how we can interact with items in our UI using custom code. So how to find them, how to click on them, how to interact with the items in our UI. But equally important in testing is validation. And of course, when using custom code, we're in C#, you can import some fancy validation libraries like fluent assertions and so on. But in most cases, that's not needed because Ranorex has its own built-in validation library. So let's take a look. When we're in custom code and we already have our Ranorex core imported, we can simply use validate. And then from the validate class, we have pretty much all of the common validation actions. So you can check if attribute contains certain stuff. You can check if things are equal. You can check if attributes contains or not contains certain stuff. So basically all of the validation actions that we've already used in recordings, you can also access from code by using the validate class. And if you want to take a further look at the possibilities, again on the API documentation, so under Ranorex, you can scroll all the way down to the validate class. Where is it? Okay, the validate class, and then you can check out the definitions of all the methods and how you can use them. So we've done some automation and basic validation to create our test. But in some cases, we need something more. So, for example, text we can easily retrieve. But in some cases, we also, like for alarm icons, for example, we also may want to retrieve the color to check that that is correct. And to do that, we need to dig into the properties or the attributes of the alarm icon. So let's take a look at how we can do that. So I'm not going to write it from scratch here, but I'm going to look at an existing method to get the alarm color from a alarm row. So let's add our spy. And if I'm going to track an alarm row, so I'm going to choose the element name first. And then on top of that, I have my alarm row. And then one of the first items here. Yeah, so this one, it's a bit skewed here in the preview, or a bit shifted, but this is my alarm icon. So in my code, I'm passing on the alarm row to my method. From that, I'm combining it with my Ranorex path to get the icon to the icon. So alarm console severity border is the automation ID of the icon. Then I'm doing a find on that, so I'm using the WPF element here I have discussed before, and then I'm going to retrieve the actual color by using the get attribute value function. So I'm going to use get attribute value. I'm going to store it as a string. And the attribute I'm getting is also defined by a string, so it's called background color here. and then this function is returning that value to whichever function is calling this one. So let's take a look at how I'm getting to that value. So I'm going to expand all of my sub items here. So I'm looking at my severity border, and then in my overview here in SPY, I can see a number of items, and one of them will be the background color. Let's take a look at where it is. So it's under the Advanced tab, and then in our dynamic section we have background that's not filled in. Yeah, it takes a moment. So here I'm at the alarm console severity border, so that's one element I'm looking for. And here my background color is filled in, so I can grab this using the get attribute value methods, and then I can check if that color is the same color I expect.